Team Fortress 2 might be 15 years old, but it still has a massive and thriving community of players who loves the game. They have over 80,000 active players, proving just how popular the game still is even to this day. Shockingly though, Valve has pretty much abandoned the game, allowing for bots to run rampant. Now you might think that a game of this magnitude would get regular updates, but the community has faced nothing but neglect. This is a long-standing issue that fans of the game has been calling out for years now. Here is an article of 2 years ago highlighting the problem of bots. Valve back then did release an update aiming at fixing the problem, but it did very little to actually address the main concerns and the issues with the game. And here is another article highlighting the problems with the fans themselves stepping up and trying to fix the issue by creating their own bots to combat the situation. The extermination bot service was created to push back against cheaters. It kills other bots but won't harm any of the other players. It is a noble effort, but it did very little to combat the situation. And here you can see an article dated 2021 showcasing that the problem with bots still persists. Despite countless efforts from the community, no one has been able to prevail against this rampant bot infestation. Now this does beg the question though, why is the community dealing with the problem instead of Valve, which has not addressed the issue in over 2 years, at least not properly? This is a long-standing issue and it has finally reached a boiling point with fans now protesting and begging for help. GameRant reports Team Fortress 2 has been seeing a major botting problem since at least 2020, and it is arguably getting worse instead of better. Valve initially addressed the problem in 2020 and made some changes to help limit who can access certain aspects of the game like voice chat, but the Team Fortress 2 patch were insufficient at the time and the botting problem continues. Players report that they can't play the game at all on Valve's casual match servers due to an overwhelming number of bots that automatically snipes opponents the moment they appear outside of their team's base. Fans were so desperate that they took to Reddit to try and organize, suggesting that players should be going to Valve's headquarters, similar to what happened in 2011 when Half-Life fans did it to much success. Now some did call the action out as Karen's complaining, but I do not think there is anything wrong with asking for a game to be playable. This feels like the bare minimum and a realistic expectations. It is a demand that Valve should accommodate considering the size of the community. Now some members of the community were so desperate that they even reached out to the voice actors begging for help. Now one did respond by stating that it does not work for the company, but he would reach out to Valve in an attempt to address the concerns. Here you can see a poster from the protest where fans try to organize, stating that the game means so much to so many fans. They did highlight in the post that they want the protest to stay peaceful and respectful. Now all of this did finally prompt a response from Valve, who tweeted for the first time in 2 years, "TF2 community, we hear you, we love this game and we know you do too. We see how large this issue has become and are working on improving things." Now if they do love this game, they do have a funny way of showing it. The organizing from the community might have prompted a response from Valve, but it remains to be seen what type of action the developer is going to take here. They have attempted to combat the situation in the past to no avail, so only time will tell what effect their latest efforts will have on this growing bot problem.